Hey guys, what's happening? It's Mondan. That's my name. I want to skip the introductions though. That's for a later time because today I want to talk about being a demo knight. Yeah, you heard me. You may be asking right now, well, Mondan, what exactly is a demo knight? I live under a rock. Instead of the more traditional grenade launcher, sticky bomb launcher, useless melee weapon, you got some little booties, shield, and actually the melee weapon when you play Demo Knight is one of the most important aspects because it's actually the thing that does the damaging. It's very important. For most of this video, if not all of it, all the footage should be me playing TF2 with 3 booties, the Tide Turner, and the Clodimore. However, just because I'm using this loadout doesn't mean that you can't use something different. This is just one of my preferences. I, for one, really like the distance that you get with the Clodimore. It opens up a lot of options. I mean, when you think about it, either way, you're a demo knight on a field with people with guns, and it takes a lot of practice to get good at evading all of those shots and being able to get those 3 to 4 hits in. So all I really accomplished by using the Clodimore over other weapons is it adds a little bit more distance that I don't have to auto-cover between the bullets that they're firing at me and them. Now I've been playing Demo Knight for some time now, and I really like the way it works. There's a lot that it has to bring to the table as far as the list of class variants go. I mean, he's got to compete against the Spy Crab, and that class is awesome. Wow, I love that class. That is my favorite one to play aside from Demo Knight. Like, wow, you want it? I'm gonna make a video about that next. All joking aside, I have a couple useful tips that you might be able to use when you play Demo Knight. I don't know, we'll see. Generally, when you play Demo Knight, here's some skills that you might need to know. For one, you have to know situational awareness. This means that you know where enemies are going to go before and after they know that you exist, based on a couple things, what class they are, whether or not they seem experienced. There's a lot of factors that go around it. You don't have a lot of capabilities for range, so it's important that you can do what I like to call playing the enemy. This means that you are aware of what this enemy is thinking whenever he or she sees or does anything. It's pretty much when you have simple logic chains, like, for instance, I'm a demo knight, I'm around a corner, but the sniper saw me go around the door to the corner, so he knows I'm here. I can't see the dot, but he knows I'm here, which may mean that he's experienced enough to try and hide the dot from me. So I'll just wait here for a little while and see what happens. And it can get pretty well scaled. You could also think along lines like this. There's a sniper that wears an unusual around the corner. I walked around the door that he's aiming at right now. I better let another player walk through this doorway before I do, and I'll use that time to charge towards him. If he's a quick shot, I'm over, but if he isn't, then I have a chance. If he's fully overhealed with the Darwin's Danger Back, he should have 225 health, which means I can kill him within 4 swings. If he doesn't have any of those conditions, this should be easier than I thought. Now, that may sound a little extreme, but you can always take it to a higher level of thought like this one. Look, a sniper, I'm gonna run the other way. Again, they're all different ways of playing the game, and no matter what, the situation's always going to be different. The sniper's sometimes going to be looking down your hall, sometimes he won't even know how to shoot. So, it's up to you, whatever calls you want to make in the end. Another thing that you probably want to be aware of as a demo knight is how far your charge goes and when you can critical hit. This is important so you can time how long those charges are going to be and get those 195s in. Your melee swing is your main method of dealing damage as a demo knight, so it's important that you get the most damage out of every swing. I'm pretty sure the only shield that wouldn't give you a crit in the middle of a charge is the charge and charge. But that shield is good for its own reasons. It does the resistance much better than the rest of the shields. But I'm not sure if that's quite as relevant to the video about critical hits. So never mind. I guess it's not quite as much of a problem as I thought it was. Anyway, another important thing is knowing how much health a player should have. This means you gotta start card counting. You start counting those cards is what you gotta do. It's sincerely what you gotta do. Taken directly from the Team Fortress wiki, the Scout has 125 health, the Soldier's 200, the Pyro has 175, so does the Demo Man. The Heavy has 300, the Engineer has 125, Medics have 150, Snipers have 125, and Spies finish off the round with also 125 health. Now, if you were paying attention in the earlier part of the video, you'd notice that I said that melee hits usually deal 65 damage. Immediately, you've already killed 4 classes with 2 regular hits. With 2 regular sword hits, without even the shield damage, or the critical hits that you get from the dash, you can 2-shot 4 classes, 3-shot 7 classes, 4-shot 8 classes, and 5-shot the Heavy Weapons Man. I know, it's a lot to take in, but also it'll help a lot in gauging what you can do as a Demo Knight while on the battlefield, how much time you can spend in the front lines, and how much time you have to spend away from the enemy. I guess I only really have time for one more thing to talk about. And I don't really want to do trimping in this video. I kind of want to spend a whole other video doing trimping when I actually know how to do it. No, actually the last thing I want to talk about is your kind of miscellaneous acts that you can pull off as a Demo Knight. They're not really all that flashy, but they're useful to the team when someone's there doing them instead of the rest of the team. This would be things like spy checking and defending enemy sentries from spies. Really, the only side applications that a Demo Knight can do involve spy checking, which is truly a sad reality that we live in today. As long as you're watching out for spies for other people, you kind of act as a secondary pyro with less of a vision for spies. But you're also not a pyro, and you have a bunch of primary objectives that are a lot different than what pyros are supposed to do. You are unique, and let no one take that away from you. On a slightly more serious aside from that joke, the Demo Knight actually has a lot of variety among the loadouts that he can bring to the battlefield, but I guess we'll go over that in a later video. As a Demo Knight, one of your only 2 abilities is to swing a sword, and what better way to check for people that are spies to hit them with that sword? It takes 2 hits and around 1.5 seconds to complete a full spy check on a player. It should not be all that difficult. Now, I said nothing about how fun this part of being a Demo Knight can be, but it's always an option when you're set in the background. By this, of course, I mean when a Demo Knight absolutely cannot play in an area of the map. If there's any sort of engineer on the enemy team, a Demo Knight on your team is going to have a really hard time getting past the wave of mini sentries that are going to come from that man's robotic hand. Because of this, a lot of Demo Knight players are going to find themselves within their own bases checking their own players for spies instead of being out in the front battling other dudes. Yeah, it's a boring job, but someone's gotta do it, and who better than the guy with only the sword and the ability to run quickly? Plus, you'll be in there fighting in no time, Tiger. You stand up from that bench, you take a stand for what you believe in. Anyway, I want to wrap up this video here. Thank you all so much for watching. It means the world to me, and I hope to be producing more videos really soon. But right now, it's a really long process. I might not be done with it in a not a long while, but a while. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and if you have any suggestions for things I could do or things you want to see happen, I think you have a little bit of persuasion power being the first few subscribers on my channel. Anyway, that's it. I swear. Bye.